Hi everyone, my name is Sagi and welcome back to Divine Reflection. We're in session number 2. In the first session, I presented to you an outline of the whole course, what is going to be taught in each and every session. And in this session, we're going to learn the basics of what's called natural medicine or natural hygiene. And the reason that I would like to start this course with this topic is because there is an amazing similarity between the natural, physical world we live in, our physical body and the way it functions, the way the organs interact with each other, and the chemical processes that are happening in our body, and the mental or spiritual state or spiritual world that we live in. We will see that the same rules that apply for the physical world can also be applied to the spiritual world that we live in, and we can use the learnings that modern medicine and natural medicine acquired throughout the years to improve our mental and spiritual wellness as well. Slide 2. So let's dive in. So first, let's talk about two important persons that were the pioneers of what we call today natural medicine. And these two people did not have any background in Judaism or Kabbalah. They were actually secular in their beliefs. However, what they found through keen observations of the physical world that we live in is that the way sickness is formed and developed in people and animals, and through their original training in modern medicine of that time, they came to incredible, very simple conclusions about the way illness is formed in our body and the most effective natural way to cure big variety of chronic and acute illnesses. So the first person is Herbert Shelton. He was born in 1895 and he was a physician in his training. And after many years of practicing modern medicine techniques of that era, I'm reminding you, he came to the conclusion that most of those techniques, not only that they were not helpful, but moreover, they were harmful in the long term to his patients. He practiced medicine for about 20 years until at some point of his career, he formed what we call today natural hygiene techniques that are using the natural resources of this universe, such as water, fresh air, and sun, to cure his patients. For many years, he was administering to them placebo medicine that was just water and some color and taste, because he knew that the society of that time was not mature enough to accept his practices. But the results were breathtaking, and his name as a healer was known throughout the country. When at some point eventually it was found out that the medicine that he was administering or just water and color, he suffered incredible resistance from other physicians and scholars all over the country, and people stopped coming to his clinic. Shelton believed in eating natural foods from plants, what we call today vegetarians, or even vegan, and talked a lot about the destructive effect of food products from livestock. He showed that the resources that are available for our natural curing process are free and abundant and do not need to be synthesized and processed. In the same manner that the animal world finds its cure to illnesses and injuries, he said that humankind lived tens and thousands of years, or something hundreds and thousands of years, before the creation of shamanism and modern medicine, and was still able to evolve and develop without external intervention and administration of chemicals. In this course, we will be using some of the basic concepts that Shelton had been using in his curing practices for our physical and mental healing and wellness. So the second person I want to talk about, his name is Dr. Henry Lindler, and he lived between the years of 1862 and 1924. And Dr. Lindler was actually the mayor of a town in Montana and a thriving businessman. And in his 30s, he was overweight and diabetic, and he was unable to find appropriate treatment for his diabetes in the States. So he traveled to Europe to look for methods to cure his illness. And on returning to the States in the early 1900s, he enrolled in a school called the Homeopathic College of Illinois. And after graduating in 1904, he opened right after what was called then the Lindler Sanitarium in Chicago. And shortly after, he founded the Lindler College of Natural Therapeutics, which included a hospital and internships. And it became the leading naturopathic college of that day. And in 1908, Dr. Lindler began publishing a magazine that was called Nature Cure, and began publishing a series of books also that were titled The Philosophy of Natural Therapeutics. And his therapeutic regimen combined the use of breathing, fasting, and specialized diet, fever therapy, and exercise and rest, and also the proper administration of sun and light. And he also did counseling to address mental and emotional concerns. He utilized various detoxifying or cleansing foods. In particular, he liked to use orange juice, lemon, grapefruit, garlic, and all kinds of fiber laxatives. And besides these items, he pioneered also one of the first pioneers of the vitamin and mineral supplementation. And one of the main things that Lindler is remembered for is his belief that disease does not represent an invasion of molecules, meaning it's not something external that is attacking the body, but the symptoms of a disease is showing us that the body is actually trying to heal. He viewed symptoms as positive physiological response and proof that the body is in a healing process.